Then here students, there are the similarity in these two equations. So similarity is that here is 1 upon x plus y, here is 1 upon x plus y, here is 1 upon x minus y, here is also 1 upon x minus y. So that means here is the time for the assumption. So here I say that, I assume that here let 1 upon x plus y is equal to m and 1 upon x minus y is equal to n. Apply our rules, that is, first you add these equations, then subtract this equation, and then the new equation, there are the formation of the third and fourth equation, and then you add these the new equations, then you can get the value of the variable. So hello students, this is Sujatag coming with class 10 ncert SSC math with Sujata ji. Now in this video we are going to solve the examples of practice set 1.4, and this is based on the conversion of non-linear equation into linear equation. So let us solve the examples. Question 1, student, solve the simultaneous equation. So the first one example is 2 upon x minus 3 upon y is equal to 15 and 8 upon x plus 5 upon y is equal to 77. Now students, observe these equations carefully, and we can see that here these equations are in non-linear equation form. So now here students, we have to convert this non-linear equation into linear equation first, and then we can solve the simultaneous equation. So let us solve this equation. So first I write down the given equation as it is. 2 upon x minus 3 upon y is equal to 15. And then the second one equation, 8 upon x plus 5 upon y is equal to 77. Then here I convert this non-linear equation into linear equation. So so this equation can be right in this form. 2 multiply 1 upon x minus 3 multiply 1 upon y is equal to 15, and this equation right in this form also. 8 upon 1 upon 8 multiply 1 upon x plus 5 multiply 1 upon y is equal to 77. Now here students, there are the similarity in between these two equations. So that similarities are 1 upon x, here is 1 upon x, and here also 1 upon y. So this is the similarity, and so that's why here the next part is that the assumption part, and that assumption part here that we say that let 1 upon x is equal to m and 1 upon y is equal to n. Then here this equation again become 2 into m minus 3 into n is equal to 15. That means finally we write down 2m minus 3n is equal to 15. So this is the linear equation. So I call it as the first one equation. Then here students, this equation becomes 8 multiply m plus 5 multiply n is equal to 77. Finally we can write 8m plus 5n is equal to 77. So this is the linear equation form. So here we can say that it is the second one equation. This is the second one equation. Now here students, this linear equation, we are going to solve this linear equation with the help of either substitution method, elimination method, Cramer's rule, or graphical method. So here I choose here the elimination method. I solve this linear equation in elimination method. So here I write that elimination method. So here I eliminate a variable here. I eliminate the variable m. So that's why here I write down the first equation here and say that multiplying both the sides by 4. Both the sides by 4. So 4 multiply 2m minus 4 multiply 3n is equal to 4 multiply 15. So here it becomes 8m minus 12n is equal to 60. So now here students, this new equation, call it as the third one equation. Now here, if you observe the second one equation and the third one equation, then there 8m, there is a 8m and 8m. So that means the m variable having the similar coefficient. And then after subtracting these two equations, then the m variable can be eliminated out. So here we say that subtracting equations 2 and 3. Therefore second equation, 8m plus 5n is equal to 77 minus 8m minus 12n is equal to 60. Therefore change the sign here, minus, plus, and here minus. So 8m minus 8m, here 0, plus 5 plus 12 is equal to 17n is equal to 77 minus 60, that is equal to 17. So here 17n is equal to 17. Therefore n is equal to 17 upon 17. Therefore n is equal to 1. N is equal to 1. So now here we have the value of n. Then now substitute this value in equation 2. Substitute this value in equation 2. Therefore, I write the equation second, 8m plus 5n is equal to 77. Therefore, 8m plus 5 multiply 1 is equal to 77. Therefore, 8m plus 5 is equal to 77. Therefore, 8m is equal to 77 minus 5. Therefore, 8m is equal to 72. So, m is equal to 72 upon 8. And therefore, finally we have the value of m. M is equal to 8 9 72. 8 9 72. So we have both the value of m and n. But here, students, we solve the simultaneous equation which is in non-linear form, and that non-linear form equations are in the variable x and y. So we have to find out the value of x and y. So here we consider or we assume that here 1 upon x is equal to m. 1 upon x is equal to m. And here, and 1 upon y is equal to n, and that's why 1 upon x is equal to 1 upon x is equal to 9, and that's why x is equal to 1 upon 9. Therefore, x is equal to 1 upon 9. And here, 1 upon 9 is equal to n, that means 1 upon y is equal to 1, and therefore, y is equal to 1. Therefore, y is equal to 1. So now here, finally, we have the answer of x and y variable. So that's why, finally, we say that, therefore, the solution of the given simultaneous equations is xy is equal to 1 upon 9, 1. 1 upon 9 is equal to 1. Second example, students, 10 upon x plus y plus 2 upon x minus y is equal to 4, and 15 upon x plus y minus 5 upon x minus y is equal to minus 2. So now here, students, I solve this equation. First I write down this equation as it is. So here 10 upon x plus y plus 2 upon x minus y is equal to 4. And the second one is that 15 upon x plus y minus 5 upon x minus y is equal to minus 2. Now here, students, will write the given equation as it is. Then I further simplify these two equations. So here I can simplify here as 10 multiply 1 upon x plus y plus 2 multiply 1 upon x minus y is equal to 4. And here 15 multiply 1 upon x plus y minus 5 multiply 1 upon x minus y is equal to minus 2. Then here, students, there are the similarity in these two equations. So similarity is that here is 1 upon x plus y, here is 1 upon x plus y, here is 1 upon x minus y, here is also 1 upon x minus y. So that means here is the time for the assumption. So here I say that, I assume that here let 1 upon x plus y is equal to m, and 1 upon x minus y is equal to n. And therefore, students, these equations become 10 multiply m plus 2 multiply n is equal to 4. So here 10m plus 2n is equal to 4. That means further also we simplify this equation by dividing both the sides by 2. So here I say dividing both the sides by 2. Therefore 10m upon 2 plus 2n upon 2 is equal to 4 upon 2. Therefore 2 5s are 10, 5m, 2 1s are 2. So 1n is equal to 2 2s are 4. Therefore 2. So 5m plus n is equal to 2. So we can call it as first equation. Now here, students, this is the second equation. So we simplify this by putting this value. So here 15 multiply m minus 5 multiply n is equal to minus 2. Therefore 15m minus 5n is equal to minus 2. So now this equation, we called it as this equation as a second equation. Now here, students, we have the two equations, and we can solve these two equations either substitution method, elimination method, graphical method, or Cramer's rule. So here I choose the substitution method, because here 5m plus n is equal to 2. So further we can simplify this equation. As n is equal to 2 minus 5m. So that's why I call this as a third one equation. So here, now using the substitution method, I solved it. So here I instruct here that substitute this value of n in equation 2. So that's why I write here equation 2, 15m minus 5n is equal to minus 2. So now here 15m minus 5 multiply 2 minus 5m. 2 minus 5m is equal to minus 2. Therefore, 15m minus 10, 5 2s are 10 here plus 5 5s are 25m is equal to minus 2. Therefore, 15m plus 25m, that will be students, that will be 40m. Minus 10 is equal to minus 2. Therefore, 40m is equal to minus 2 plus 10. Therefore, 40m is equal to 8. Therefore, m is equal to 8 upon 40. Therefore, m is equal to 8 1s are 8, 8 5s are 40. Therefore, m is equal to 1 upon 5. Then here, we finding out the value n. So, put this value in equation 3. In equation 3. So, the equation 3 is n is equal to 2 minus 5m. 2 minus 5m. Therefore, n is equal to 2 minus 5 multiply 1 upon 5. Therefore, n is equal to 2 minus 1. Therefore, n is equal to 1. Here, students, 5 get cancelled. Okay? 5 1s are 5, 5 1s are. So, the answer is 1. So, 2 minus 1, here n is equal to 1. But here, students, we have to find out. We have to find out the value of x and y here, students, because our given simultaneous equation is in xy variable. So here we have to find out the value of the variable x and y. So here assumption point, see this. So 1 upon x plus y, 1 upon x plus y is equal to m, and here 1 upon x minus y is equal to n. And therefore here 1 upon x plus y is equal to m. The value of m is 1 upon 5. Therefore, x plus y is equal to 5. So, call it as the fourth one equation. And then here see 1 upon x minus y is equal to 1. So, x minus y is equal to 1. X minus y is equal to 1. So, call it as the fifth one equation. Call it as the fifth one equation. So, now here we have the 4 and 5. So, fourth one and fifth one examples, and we have to solve these two equations. Okay. So, here I write down that here adding equations 4 and 5. Adding equation 4 and 5. Therefore, x plus y is equal to 5 plus x minus y is equal to 1. Therefore, x plus x 2x, y minus y 0. There, and 5 plus 1 6. So 2x is equal to 6. So x is equal to 6 upon 2. So x is equal to 2 3s are 6. Therefore, x is equal to 3. Now here the next step is that put this value in equation 4. So fourth one equation is x plus y is equal to 5. So 3 plus y is equal to 5. Therefore, y is equal to 5 minus 3. Y is equal to 2. Y is equal to 2. So now here, students, finally we have the solution. So finally we write down the solution is xy is equal to 3, 2. The solution is xy is equal to 3, 2. X is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. The next example, students. 27 upon x minus 2 plus 31 upon y plus 3 is equal to 85, and 31 upon x minus 2 plus 27 upon y plus 3 is equal to 89. So now here, student, first we write down the given equation as it is. So here first one, 27 upon x minus 2 plus 31 upon y plus 3 is equal to 85. And second one equation, 31 upon x minus 2 plus 27 upon y plus 3 is equal to 89. Then these equations are in non-linear equation. So I try to convert into linear equation. So here we first simplify these two equations. So here we can write this equation as 27 upon 1 upon x minus 2 plus 31 multiplied y plus 1 upon y plus 3 is equal to 85. And then 31 multiply 1 upon x minus 2 plus 27 multiply 1 upon y plus 3 is equal to 89. Then further here, the part for the observation, carefully observation, students, these two equations, that here there are similarities of 1 upon x minus 2 here also 1 upon x minus 2, here 1 upon y plus 3, here is also 1 upon y plus 3. So that means here, students, the assumption part is here. So let 1 upon x minus 2 is equal to a and 1 upon y plus 3 is equal to b. So then the next one equation will be that 27 multiplied a plus 31 multiplied b is equal to 85. That means 27a plus 31b is equal to 85. So I call this equation as first one equation. Then next one, that is here we simplify this equation, second one. So 31 multiply a plus 27 multiply b is equal to 89. Therefore 31a plus 27b is equal to 89. So I call this as the second one equation. Now here students, here is also that carefully observe these two equations, first and two, so that the coefficient of a is here is the coefficient of, in the second equation, here is the first equation, the coefficient of b is 31, but that coefficient of 31 is in equation 2 is of the coefficient of a. So that means here we apply that first, apply our rules, that is first you add these equations, then subtract this equation, and then the new equation, there are the formation of the third and fourth equation, and then you add these the new equations, then you can get the value of the variable. So let us try this rule, apply this rule. So here first I say adding equations 1 and 2, adding equations 1 and 2. So the first one is 27a plus 31b is equal to 85 plus 31a plus 27b is equal to 89. So here 174. So plus here b, that means 58. Then here also 58a. Then if you see that 174, that means 58 threes are here. See here 58 threes are 174 students. So here I say that dividing both the sides, by 58, therefore 58a upon 58 plus 58b upon 58 is equal to 174 upon 58. So now here students, further I write here. So a plus b is equal to 3. Our new equation, so called it as third one equation. Then next one, that is subtracting equation 1 and 2. So here subtracting equations 1 and 2. So equation 1 is 27a plus 31b is equal to 85 minus 31a plus 27b is equal to 89. So here changing the sign, minus, minus, minus. So 27a minus 31a, and that means minus 4a. Then 31 minus 27 is equal to 4b. And here is equal to 85 minus 89 is equal to minus 4. Now here students, dividing both the sides by 4. So here I write down that instruction. Dividing both the sides by 4. So here minus 4a upon 4 plus 4b upon 4 is equal to minus 4 upon 4. Therefore minus a plus b is equal to minus 1. So this is the new equation. So we call it as the fourth one equation. Then here these new equations we add this third and fourth one equation. So here adding equation 3 and 4. Adding equation 3 and 4. Therefore a plus b is equal to 3 plus minus a plus b is equal to minus 1. So a minus a 0 plus b plus 2b is equal to 3 minus 1 2. So 2b is equal to 2. So b is equal to 2 upon 2, which is equal to, so b is equal to, students, that b is equal to 1. So here b is equal to 1. Now put this value in equation 3. So the third equation is a plus b is equal to 3. Therefore a plus 1 is equal to 3. So a is equal to 3 minus 1. So a is equal to 2. Now here students, we have the value of a and b, that is assumed value. So now we have to find out the value of x and y. So here our assumption part is that 1 upon x minus 2 is equal to a, that means 1 upon x minus 2 is equal to 2. And here 1 upon y plus 3 is equal to b, therefore 1 upon y plus 3 is equal to 1. Therefore x minus 2 is equal to 1 upon 2, x minus 2 is equal to 1 upon 2. Therefore x is equal to 1 upon 2 plus 2. So x is equal to 1 plus 4 upon 2. So x is equal to 5 upon 2. Therefore x is equal to 5 upon 2. And here y plus 3 is equal to 1. Therefore y is equal to 1 minus 3. Therefore y is equal to minus 2. So finally we can say that the solution is xy is equal to 5 upon 2 minus 2. 5 upon 2 minus 2. Example 4 students, 1 upon 3x plus y plus 1 upon 3x minus y is equal to 3 upon 4, and 1 upon 2 multiply 3x plus y minus 1 upon 2 multiply 3x minus y is equal to minus 1 upon 8. Now here students, first I write down these equations as it is here. So here 1 upon 3x plus y plus 1 upon 3x minus y is equal to 3 upon 4, and 1 upon 2 multiply 3x plus y minus 1 upon 2 3x minus y is equal to minus 1 upon 8. So now I simplify. So already it is simplified. Here is 1 upon 3x plus y. Here is 1 upon 3x plus y. And here is 1 upon 3x minus y. Here is 1 upon 3x minus y. So here that's why here the assumption method is applicable. So here I say let 1 upon 3x plus y is equal to m, and 1 upon 3x minus y is equal to n. Their equation becomes m plus n is equal to 3 upon 4. Now we are multiplying both the sides by 4. So here multiplying both the sides by 4. Therefore 4m plus 4n is equal to 4 multiply 3 upon 4. So now 4 get cancelled. So 4m plus 4n is equal to 3. So we call it as the first one equation. Okay students, very easy steps. Okay. So now here next one is that 1 upon 2 m minus 1 upon 2 n is equal to minus 1 upon 8. So that means we write it as m upon 2 minus n upon 2 is equal to minus 1 upon 8. So now here multiplying both the sides by n, 8, multiplying both the sides by 8. Therefore 8 multiply m upon 2 minus n, 8 multiply n upon 2 is equal to 8 multiply minus 1 upon 8. Therefore here also cancellation part is here 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8, 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8. Here 8 ones are 8, 8 ones are 8. So the equation becomes 4m minus 4n is equal to minus 1 So now here students, we call it as the second one equation. Now here we have the first and second equation. Now here carefully observe these equations students, carefully observe these equations. So as we carefully observe these two equations, then we can say that here with addition of these equations. Okay, first we add these two equations. So here we say adding equation 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So therefore 4m plus 4n is equal to 3 plus 4m minus 4n is equal to minus 1. So here 4m plus 4n, 8m. Here plus 4 minus 4, 0 is equal to 3 minus 1, 2. So here we say that atm is equal to 2. m is equal to 2 upon 8. Therefore m is equal to 1 upon 2 ones are 2 and 2 fours are 8. M is equal to 1 upon 4. Now put this value in equation. So put this value in equation. I say 1. Okay, in equation 1. So 4m plus 4n is equal to 3. This is the first one equation. So 4 multiplied 1 upon 4 plus 4n is equal to 3. So 1 plus 4n is equal to 3. So 4n is equal to 3 minus 1. 4n is equal to 2. So n is equal to 2 upon 4. So n is equal to 1 upon 2. Therefore, n is equal to 2 upon n is equal to 1 upon 2. So now here students we have the value of the assuming values. Okay. So here finding out the next one value, that is x and y. So here assumption are these 1 upon 3x plus y. So here we write 1 upon 3x plus y is equal to m, and here 1 upon 3x minus y is equal to n. Therefore 1 upon 3x plus y is equal to 1 upon 4. Therefore 3x plus y is equal to 4. So this is the third one equation. This one is the third one equation, and here 1 upon 3x minus y is equal to 1 upon 2. Therefore 3x minus y is equal to 2. 3x minus y is equal to 2. So we can call it as the fourth one equation. Now here students, add these two equations. So here we say adding equations 3 and 4. So here 3x plus y is equal to 4 plus 3x minus y is equal to 2. Therefore 3x plus 3x, 6x plus y minus y plus 0, 4 plus 2, 6. So 6x is equal to 6, x is equal to 6 upon 6, x is equal to 1. Therefore x is equal to 1. Then next step is that put this value in equation 4. Therefore 3x minus y is equal to 2. Therefore 3 multiply 1 minus 1 is equal to 2. So 3 minus y is equal to 2. So minus y is equal to 2 minus 3. Minus y is equal to minus 1. Y is equal to 1. Therefore y is equal to 1. So finally we have the solution, and that solution I write here. So solution, this part here. Therefore the solution is xy is equal to 1, 1. Okay students, you follow this such a type of the methods and solve this such a type of the method. Okay, such a type of the examples. Now here students, if you like our content, then subscribe our channel and share this video to your friends.